me they were wizards, but they slit your gizzards too. They plundered arcane mysteries, and all their foes did wail. Beware lest ye encounter a mighty Mage of Sail.
Bonjour! It is me, Patrick McNamara, your friend with a camera. No, that doesn't work. It is me, Patrick McNamara, your best friend and the only person who truly understands you. We are here today to play Mage of Sail, a swashbuckling game of magic and mystery based on Mage the Ascension. But only based on Mage the Ascension. So if I get any rules wrong, no, I didn't. When we were last united as wizards and friends, we were on the Golden Isle and at the Flesh Circus, a circus in the honor of the sinister Dr. Flesh, a previous enemy of our cabal. And indeed, terrible events have already transpired. For example, our beloved friend Big Terry was found captured and being beaten up by karate champions. An act that so incensed Aura Edmonston that she released the music, the spirit inside her that only exists to kill. And kill it did. After which they went to go and release the creatures of Blood Island from the Blood Island exhibit and discovered a couple of interesting things. Firstly, there was a tiny cage for the baby centipede, and then a series of much larger cages, along with a note saying, "Stop feeding the baby centipede, it is getting too big." And they also discovered, just before we left, a vinyl player playing a recorded message from the sinister Dr. Flesh himself. And the last words this recorded message said before we left were, "Ah, Liga, you're here." How do you respond to that, Liga? Do you say anything out loud, or you just wait for him to continue?
This is a record player, right?
Yes, and you don't actually. So record players haven't been invented yet.
Yeah.
So you have really no idea how this might have happened. And even when they were invented, they were certainly not two-way. You do notice this kind of sort of grilled object off to the side of it. And Dr. Flesh says, "Please, if you have anything to say, try my new device, the Fleshmophone."
I don't say anything. I just look at it.
So the only two of you who are currently in here at the moment, Wilhelm, you're sort of wrangling the crowd outside and trying to keep them from going into the murder
to
scene.
see the massacre.
But can join us at any point, of course.
Okay.
Apex is having great fun at the circus, by the way, while you're out there. He's carousing, and everyone seems to sort of genuinely like Apex just because his vibe is so different from Bucky Muffler's. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit like when Sean Strickland went to Australia to fight Israel Adesanya. And he just came out wearing an Akubra hat and a vest, and immediately just had every Australian in the country eating out of his hand.
This joke is for like 4 people.
Yeah, I know.
I was like,
They're going to really appreciate it.
The Venn diagram of people who are into Mage of Sail and UFC. So yeah, he's having a whale of the time. Bucky Muffler is off in a corner somewhere. He's trying to glad hand, but no one sort of. He's sort of like Israel Adesanya when they went to Australia, which is that everyone's just going like, "You're not as cool as the other guy," and he's sort of going, "No, it's me, beloved champion," and they're like, "No, we want to talk to this guy because he's weird." Now, in the Blood Island exhibit room, the sinister Dr. Flesh continues his speech, and he says, "Liga, I have waited a long time to spring this, my final trap. I'm going to look up my monologue now. Welcome to the Flesh Circus, a trifling thing to put my name to, but you understand that there is a bait for every trap. The Golden Isle, you understand, is core to our plans, the fulcrum of our inevitability. Only 2 things stand in the way of my dominance of this island, the primitive superstitions that you embody, and the rebellious smuggler town of Hammerhead Bay. Thankfully, my vast intellect is sufficient to solve both issues at the same time. Turn your attention, please, to the cage for the Puer Scolopendra, or baby centipede, a most unusual creature. The petty cruelties of the ringmaster led to an intriguing discovery. The creature's size grows rapidly when it is starved. A simple device of my own creation causes agony in the creature should it try to ingest any matter, an innovation that was sufficient to make my monster grow. Large enough, indeed, to destroy Hammerhead Bay, an act which I will ensure is blamed upon the accursed Bloodtown terrorists who so rudely destroyed my mansion. The youthful idiot Bucky Muffler provided your motive. So desperate were you to destroy his civilizing influence on Hammerhead Bay that you unleashed the poor scholar Pendra against its citizens. A foolish and naive creature, his race will not be missed as we purge the bay. Goodbye, Liga. There is nowhere to run. There is nowhere to hide. The baby centipede is coming. And as he finishes, you just kind of hear like the record scratches, and then it starts playing his pre-recorded message welcoming people into the Blood Island exhibit.
I kick it.
You kick it. You're just going to kick. Yeah, you just kick it off. So yeah, there's a sort of strange scratching noise, and the entire device crashes to the floor. It breaks. It seems like a device this technologically advanced is, of course, very fragile. So you have no problem destroying it. At which point, Saoirse walks in, trying to see what you guys are up to. And Tabby can't be with us today, I'm afraid. She's feeling a little bit ill, but she'll hopefully be back next time. Saoirse walks in and says the only thing that I can say in Tabby's voice, which is, "What?" What? And as she steps forward, suddenly the ground collapses underneath her. And she falls into some kind of dark void, some dark tunnel underneath the circus itself, and is completely out of view. Or Edmundston.
Yeah, I'd help, but I think I'm busy.
Yeah, well, you are currently releasing every animal of Blood Island in this entire taste as the music.
That's right.
Now you can at any point roll. You can either negotiate with the music to be allowed back into your body, or you can roll willpower to attempt to force it.
I'm enjoying releasing the animals.
You're releasing
Yeah,
the
this
animals?
is great.
Okay.
I'm not murdering the animals, I'm releasing them.
Yeah, just releasing them. You might murder any other people who try and interfere.
Well, right now I'm cool with releasing the animals.
Okay. So,
And if I hear this Dr. Flesh tape, do I hear that at all?
yes, you do.
Can I, I don't know how well the music senses are, but could I, smell if I can find this guy?
Okay, so you go up and you give it a good old sniff. You don't have super senses naturally.
Yeah.
It's more the increased moxie of the music, I think.
Right.
And the abilities that it has to just interpret things. So roll me a wits plus investigation roll.
Okay. As the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aura's tired. She's just letting it do
It's
whatever.
just had a little bit of
Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Okay, 4 successes. That does it. So you go up to this device and the music just sort of sniffs it over and over like that. Do you ever see the deleted scene in Terminator 2?
No.
Where the
3 people are going to get this.
the T-1000 goes around John Connor's room, sniffs everything. It's a little bit like that. And what you kind of discover from this is this has clearly been created by the sinister Dr. Flesh.
Yes.
You recognize his aroma, but it doesn't seem like he's touched this device for quite a long time.
Okay.
And you can't smell any sign of him nearby.
Okay. So he's not here.
It doesn't seem like it, no.
All right.
Lee, you hear a voice from behind you going, "Oh, sorry, fellas. I believe this exhibit's actually supposed to be closed." And Bucky Muffler walks into the room and goes, "Oh, it's the fireworks salesman. What y'all doing in here, huh?"
I'm going to murder him, aren't I?
I'm like, Bucky Muffler is an asshole.
Bucky Muffler, is that just on
That's
your
the
note?
one note Lydia has.
And he sees the kind of smashed device and says, "Now, hey guys, what's going on? We worked real hard on this circus. We don't want you in here smashing everything up."
Hey, Bucky, do you know where the centipede is?
The what, sorry?
The centipede?
Oh, I believe that exhibit was closed down. The baby centipede, just tiny little cute things.
I heard from what I think is your from the Dr. Flesh is that he actually released it and that it's gonna be giant and like eat everything on the island,
That well,
including you.
firstly, I don't believe that the sinister Dr. Flesh is even on the island. And secondly, a baby centipede is about the size of your hand at biggest. So I'm not too worried for the people of Mermaid Bay should the baby centipede escape.
Well, like if it escaped, where do you think it would go?
Well, I don't know. It's just a centipede. It would go into the ground, I guess.
What do centipedes eat?
Oh, I have no idea. Do you want to? You can do a roll to see what centipedes eat if you want. It should be intelligence plus
What's your Google?
something like if you have animal ken or academics.
For Paradox to find out.
Oh yeah,
What
it's
centipedes
fine because
eat.
this is a mundane roll,
Oh,
so
okay,
it doesn't
sorry.
it doesn't matter.
Oh, well.
It's a 2.
2 successes.
2 successes. You kind of vaguely know that centipedes are opportunistic carnivores.
Okay.
Hate that.
Yeah, that's not
I was
great.
gonna say I know they eat like
And
That's not
bugs
great.
and dying things.
and then Bucky kind of sees the hole in the ground that Saoirse just fell through, and goes up to him and goes, "What's going on here? Is there?" And he sort of peers over and says, "What are you guys doing? I've been very, very patient. I feel like with people who are coming here to try and disrupt my town, but something is clearly going on here, and I think you would be good sports to just let me know what's going on."
Could I just go jump into the hole?
Yes.
I'm gonna jump into the hole.
Okay.
You're going to push him in the hole, but all right. I'm sure Patrick has notes for one of
So
those.
yeah, you can't.
Well, like Tabitha can't die down there.
Yeah, that's true. Like someone does need to probably rescue Saoirse.
Mid-convo, you're just like, I'm out.
He actually tries to stop you. So give me a dexterity and athletics to see how well you land. He tries to catch your arm to prevent you from falling into the hole. It looks almost like a reflex to save somebody.
All right, dexterity athletics.
Yeah.
1 success.
One success. Okay. So you fall down the hole. Bucky Muffler grabs for your arm and misses it. Thankfully, it's your arm that isn't made of bees.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about my bee arm.
And so as you fall down the hole and you actually you land on Saoirse. You take a point of superficial health damage.
Okay.
And by the way, everyone can clear off their existing health.
Okay, I was gonna be like, all
Yeah,
right, well in that case,
because you're gonna need it.
Oh, cool. For this centipede fight you're alluding to so heavily.
Is there the fact that you guys might fight this baby centipede?
Yeah. That's why I'm still the music.
Yeah, makes sense.
Or we could
Good.
befriend it.
Keep those dice. So you land on Saoirse. Saoirse appears to be sort of unconscious. She unfortunately landed quite badly. She doesn't seem like she's seriously hurt, like no broken bones or anything, but she is unconscious. Otherwise, you can see almost nothing, but you feel like you're in quite a large tunnel. You're not in a sort of just a hole in the ground that you can easily climb back out of, or but there is a path downwards where something very, very large has tunneled through here. Wilhelm, while Lydia is, I know Lydia's scheming face,
Yeah.
where she's come up with something good. So, how would you like to respond? You do see Bucky move into the.
So I'm out there with Apex in the crowd. And in my head, Apex has kind of used this opportunity to focus some attention on him and distract people. I don't think he's intending to distract people, but I think that he couldn't help but not talk the whole time.
Yeah.
And thus people kind of joined around him because he says some pretty wild stuff.
They also have one of those test your strength machines.
Oh, yeah.
They have a couple of those. There's a how hard can you punch machine. There's a can you ring the bell. And he is impressing everyone with his feats of strength.
I'm just happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's having a great time.
After I see Bucky Muffler, who I obviously am concerned about, head into the tent, I do follow At which point do I enter the tent?
So you enter the tent now, and you can.
And all I see is Bucky Muffler.
You see Bucky. You see Liga fall down a hole.
Okay.
And Bucky Muffler try and kind of stop her from falling in. You also see the music, which is just going through releasing various cages. Completely, its mind completely set on what it is doing. It doesn't seem to be paying any attention to anything else. But yeah, you see Liga fall down a hole.
I think I just want to shout, Liga! Liga, Liga, Liga. Down the hall.
And Bucky Muffler goes, gosh! And you hear, Liga, 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 Liga.
Yeah.
And almost in reply, you hear...
What was that noise?
You just hear a noise like...
Like a hiccup almost?
Almost like a hiccup, yeah.
Okay. And that's the only thing I hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
You hear it too, Liga. Except it's a little bit louder for you, and it's echoing all around the halls. You see this...
Why is it so cute sounding?
I think I would immediately ask what Bucky saw, what happened.
Oh, well,
What happened?
I was... well, your friends here, Wilhelm, are engaging in mischief, is what's happening. They've released all the animals from the Blood Island exhibit, and some of those animals are gosh darn dangerous. And now, Liga has dug a hole and jumped down it. Perhaps to make her escape. I tried to stop her, but I gotta be honest, Wilhelm, I don't think that their current actions are...
While he's talking, I make eye contact and plug my nose
Yeah.
and jump at the hole.
Give me a dexterity plus athletics.
Wow. We're really mean to this guy.
Unless he be, we're just like, bye.
Just don't have time for him.
It's like, nah,
3.
sorry.
3 successes. Okay, so you land pretty well, actually.
3 point?
Yeah, you tuck and roll, I would say,
Okay,
probably.
okay.
Because you're very much prepared for what you're about to do.
Yeah, I was engaged.
You spot Zisha down there. You manage not to land on her, which is more than Liga managed.
Yeah.
And you can see that, again, she's hit her head, but she seems generally fine. And you can see the great tunnel before you. Mm-hmm. And you can now hear it reverberating. Just It's also pitch black, pretty much.
Yeah.
So you can barely see, even as your eyes are kind of adjusting to the little light that's coming in from above.
Now, my correspondence of sense.
Yes, you can sense the space around you. Perfectly.
Yeah, so I can kind of echolocate, kind of in a way.
Pretty much.
Can I
sick.
more or less cast the sense just to see what I can feel around?
So you can you get a sense of the area around you. And you can see that this hole has clearly been dug. It's been burrowed, or it's not been sort of man-made or anything like that. And you can sense that there is a sort of the burrow around you is very, very large, and that a large creature has been moving through it. And it seems like the creature is getting larger as it goes because the tunnel is getting bigger as it moves further away from you.
Is there any? Yeah, other than this terrible squeaky toy noise. Let's see. So I'm mostly, that's just sense and that's awareness. I'm just wondering if there's any sort of thing that I notice about the outside, like more or less the walls.
The walls of the
if they
tunnel?
have any mucus, or if they're just dry dirt. Is there anything weird? Because
they're sort of covered.
Where did this dirt go? Right, you have to put it somewhere.
There is a kind of goo.
Okay.
That you could kind of investigate if you wanted to.
Yeah.
It's clear. It looks a little bit like sort of saliva.
Okay. I don't like that at all. my animal kin is so low that I don't think it's worth that. I would be like, that's gross.
Yeah.
That's slime. Do I?
You could also potentially make a survival roll to see if you could tell anything about it.
That's actually not such a bad idea. Yeah, I think I'd like to kind of check what's in on that. So is it just survival? Or is it
that'll be
intelligence or wits?
Wits plus survival. And you're right, Lydia. That should have been your roll as well. Well, I forgot. I forgot the survival.
It's another 3.
3. Okay, so you got 3 successes.
Yes.
Okay, so this feels like human saliva.
Ew.
Okay.
there's like little hints of something else in there, but it mostly seems like it is human saliva, but in like pretty like vast quantities.
Okay. Can I use my life sphere to sense life? And like, how wide does that go? Is that kind of a...
So the answer to that is because you have correspondence, you could potentially use it on anywhere on Earth. Right?
Sure, but I am in a black tunnel that I
far
can't...
away do you
I'm
want
in a dark tunnel that I can't see, so I truly don't...
So you want to kind of...
I'm going to keep it below ground level.
Yeah, let's roll that and
Okay.
see how many successes you get.
Okay.
Include your paradox dice.
Yes. It is 2.
2 successes.
Yes.
So you can, for 2 successes, you can see a good way down the tunnel, and it doesn't seem like there's like a lot of creatures there. There's there's insects and things.
Yeah,
and,
do I sense any
yeah,
humans,
and,
like my
and
friend
mice.
Liga that
But
I
you
saw?
you don't sense anything that seems human. Further down the tunnel, there's something that seemed like it might be human.
Okay.
But it's very strange. Because you don't see it sort of exactly how it is. You're not able to sort of. It's a little bit hazy.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see through
Yeah.
my eyes right now, so I'm sure
Yeah.
the
But
senses are getting crossed.
You can kind of just sense it's because it's all of your senses at the same time almost. That you can sense there's something there that it feels human but somehow different. You don't get great vibes from it, perhaps.
Yeah. And I'm assuming it is in the direction that I'm hearing the squeaky toy.
And then you hear it again.
Yeah. And yeah.
Oh God.
I'm trying to decide right now if Wilhelm shares my phobia of bugs or not. And I think I'm going to try to strongman past that as far as that goes. But I do not sense my friend Liga, who I saw fall down the hole.
So she's relatively nearby, and
Okay.
you realize that as you do this thing. Like you perhaps couldn't see her at first because it was pitch black. But yeah, you do find Liga.
Okay.
Liga, how are you doing in this hole?
Well, I'm in a hole.
Yeah.
We are all... Three. There's 3 of us.
3 of us are in a hole.
There's 2 of you at the moment because the music is still up there. Oh, I know. She's down there too.
Can I feel the slime? How much slime is there?
There's quite a lot of slime. It seems like maybe this creature is leaving the slime as it.
So it's like all connected, essentially.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to draw a symbol on the slime.
Okay.
You sounded worried.
He
Thinking
does.
about how gross that
We
is.
can agree.
Yeah, I live in the woods. What do you think I do?
Yeah.
Probably draw a symbol in the slime, and I try to add bioluminescence to the slime.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
fun.
That's very clever. Okay, yeah, do that. It's
You're a smart person.
what would that be? That's definitely alter simple life forms, I would say, because it's whatever sort of bacteria and things are in the slime, as well as the matter.
Okay.
So yeah, that's 6 dice. Go ahead and roll. Include your paradox dice.
My 4 paradox and 2.
4 paradox. Fuck me.
I like to live dangerously.
Do you like to be the confetti cannon of the group?
4.
4
Somehow,
successes.
0
Yeah,
hits.
it works.
Surprising.
So all of the, it's a very strange thing that you draw into this sort of saliva, this goo. You draw a symbol.
I also collect some.
And oh yeah, I assumed you collected some.
Okay, thank
so
you.
go ahead and put that on your list. And as with the rest of your reagents, you can use this at a certain point to decrease the difficulty on a roll.
Is there encumbrance in this video game?
Not generally.
Okay.
It's whether or not I vaguely track whether you're carrying enough stuff. So you draw a symbol into the goo, and it lights up all the way down the tunnel and sort of glows. And you can't see like terribly far ahead of you, but you could easily follow this path to find whatever is in there. The music. What are you currently up to?
Well, the only person left up here is Bucky Muffler.
Bucky Muffler says to you, "Oh, hey, Aura, not jumping in the hole like everyone else?" He's visibly frustrated at this point.
This is not going to work out for Bucky Muffler. I'm just going to say that right now.
We're all okay with
Yeah, did we talk about how like the music manifests like outside of aura, or is it just
Yeah,
like,
so the music can look just
Yeah.
like aura. It
Right.
also has the ability to sort of manifest gooey tendrils.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh yeah, I feel like the music is like into magic, like like creatures that are aligned with magic and aligned not with like technology or things like that. Like I feel like it can tell.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it can tell who's on its side
Yeah.
a little bit, like what's like an anomaly to yeah. So I'm guessing Bucky Muffler is pretty normy. Yeah.
Yeah, you could definitely guess that.
Yeah. So usually when the music sees things like that, it just attacks them.
Okay, so you're gonna attack Bucky Muffler. All right. You're gonna
There's
give
a tentacle, like a darkness of just like whips out and just like grabs him.
Okay. So he is huge.
Yeah.
So are you trying to like pull him towards you, or are you just using this as like an attack?
It's an attack. Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll dexterity, strength plus brawl.
Okay. I would love for this not to do it, but the music can't stop, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just looked over at your terrible illustration. You're good. You're good.
sorry.
You're good, but terrible illustration. This is content for the.
Yeah. Well, if you want to look at Holly's terrifying but good illustration, we'll no doubt put it up on the Patreon
Yes.
when we release this episode. And
Okay.
there's a lower third now. Yeah. I did.
Hopefully, you got some good animation of it sliding in.
I used one of the built-in ones.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. You do what you need to do.
5 successes.
5 successes. Okay. Okay.
Uh-oh.
That was a laugh.
Bucky Muffler has 14 die.
So you've got 5 successes. So the music is, immediately just sees this thing as a target to get another thing to
Yeah.
kill. Throws out a tentacle at it, and Bucky catches it. And
Bucky
says,
should not be able to do this.
"Bad idea, Aura Edmonston," and then pulls it, and you fall in the hole.
Oh shit! Does Bucky know your name? Did Bucky?
Bucky knows my name, but Bucky doesn't know what
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't know what you are.
No.
But
But he knows you have a tentacle, and he's apparently fine with it.
Yeah. He pulled it, and you fall into the hole, and you get you take a point of damage.
Ow.
Yowza.
Mainly, like you actually land relatively well, but he pulls you so hard that you hit the wall
That's
of
messed
the
up.
thing.
The music is not happy about that.
Okay. Yeah, I can imagine.
But the music doesn't really care what it attacks. It's now just mad at other things.
So
How? The rest of the crew.
yeah.
In this case, right now, it's me and Liga downstairs.
Yeah.
Downstairs in the hole.
Yeah.
We know the difference between the music and aura as
Oh, yeah.
as human form.
Yes.
And we're aware that shit's gone pear-shaped.
The crew have seen it once.
Yeah, the crew have seen it once, but the two of us, we are more aware of what's actually happening. What is our general vibe with the music when it's
Yeah. That's interesting.
other than pure horror?
So you guys have only ever really seen it once, where it just killed everything and then went away. So no one here's ever had a conversation with it. I don't think.
Yeah.
I would imagine that mainly your vibe from it is just that it's a scary thing and you know very little about it.
Yeah.
Which is partly why it's so
Yeah.
scary.
I'm assuming that down in the tunnel, we hear that thump of a body hitting
Yeah.
the floor,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the famous Drowning Pool song.
Yes.
And then Aura looks at.
I just want to be like, you okay? Instead of rushing over, because the vibes are weird with the music,
Yeah.
and I know the music was just out, to where it's like, you okay?
Yeah. What do you say back? Firstly, you, as the body hits the floor, you go, 1, nothing wrong with me.
Stop it.
Count your legs. 1, 2,
God damn it.
nothing wrong with me.
You got your third
3.
finger?
And then fingers, all doing good. Nothing wrong with me.
Yeah.
But then you realize that something's got to give.
Bye. I'm done. It's been fun. Oh. I mean, okay. The music doesn't like to be beaten.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel beaten. It feels more like inconvenienced.
Yeah.
So I feel like I feel like in a way it's going to find the biggest thing it can find to show that it's dominant. Mm-hmm. It's kind of got that like Apex vibe. So
Yeah.
like if you hear if the music hears "Are you okay?" like you don't like there's no response.
Yeah.
Like you just hear like a thump, which would just be like whatever this monster is becoming more like present, like this shadow monster thing. So I think that's just what you're gonna hear, and then you'll probably see like its form.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like looking for something else to fight, and
So-
it could be anyone.
I think I grab onto Liga.
You grab onto Liga so you can use her as a human shield.
I think of that. It's both meant to be like, we have to handle this together,
Yeah.
Yeah,
potentially,
I have a bee arm.
and I'm scared.
Just hold the bee arm in front. It's an animal.
And you hear from above Bucky Muffler go, so now that everyone's in the hole, you guys gonna tell me what's going on?
Fuck off.
yeah. If he starts talking, like I'm gonna reach out and grab it.
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
gonna
you
what?
got tentacle arms.
You got
Yeah.
tentacle arms.
Oh,
You're gonna
yeah.
try and grab him again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's pissed me off.
Yeah. Roll strength plus bullet. It's gonna be harder.
Yeah, the
I
music,
know.
the
It's
music
very.
is mad, but
Yeah.
I'm mad, and he's mad. We're all mad.
Yeah. It seems like because he's at the top of the hole, he can more easily get out of the way of it
Yeah.
tentacularly. So he's gonna have a little bit of a dice bonus here,
Well,
or a little.
I'm really
difficulty
mad.
bonus.
So
sounds like so much.
I know I don't know why he's so strong. It's
He's
pretty
extremely big. Is one of the things about Bucky Muffler.
Oh, that's with a crit, so that's
upsetting. I did get a
plus
crit,
2.
Yeah.
Did he eat it?
but I also got 2 skulls.
Oh, that's fine. The skulls aren't important.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then it's
But a crit, what does a crit do? Is it just kind of like
Oh no,
3?
that means it's 4 successes.
Okay, so,
so 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
successes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
this is an interesting one.
you throw this kind of tentacle out. You just throw it up at this figure, Bucky Muffler, and once again he catches it.
Fuck.
But this time you are ready for him to catch it, and the music
Okay.
pulls his tentacle back, and Bucky Muffler topples into the hole.
Good.
And as he lands, he looks even bigger than he did previously. Like he is colossal. He looks like the kingpin in the
What?
um
What is wrong with this guy?
Wilhelm is Myron hard.
yeah. He doesn't have great symmetry,
Ew.
but he's got like
But he's big.
tree trunk
I'm
carved.
assuming he beat me in the strongman kind of
Yeah.
count.
Is he a reverse Dorito?
Yeah.
Ew.
I see it.
Well, then the music just whispers to him.
Now you're in the hole.
Yeah. Sure is.
Yeah.
So he stands up and says, I want you guys to tell me what's going on right now before I'm starting to get real ticked off.
Uh-oh.
And you guys are not going to like me when I get ticked off.
No, he's the Hulk. Oh, no.
And then you hear, and it's getting closer.
You didn't believe me when I was asking you questions about the centipede. So I decided to just jump in myself.
Bucky Muffler takes that in, and he's sort of realizing now that like he could be in danger, right? Like he knows that. And as he looks around, he landed pretty hard, and it doesn't look like he particularly phased him. He stands up, he sees Saoirse, and he just ignores all of you, and he goes and picks her up
Oh. It's weirdly polite.
and starts checking her head and seeing if she's okay. And then he just starts seeing if he can hold her with one hand and climb up the hole again. But he's not able to get any purchase on it. But that's his first thought is, how do we get Saoirse out of here? And he goes, look, we need to get your friend out of here. She's hurt her head real bad. Who knows what could happen? I need you guys to all stop silly-goosing around with tentacles and help me figure out what's going on. And then from above you hear, hello? Go, captains.
Oh my god.
Why is everybody in a hole?
That was my actual response.
Seems like you're having a co-captain's meeting in the hole. And then Bucky Muffler goes, hello, Apex. And Apex goes, hello, who are you?
While they're having this conversation, I'm just like looking at like two tentacles, like grab, shark, grab.
Grab. You're gonna grab the. You're gonna grab Apex too. Okay.
I
roll.
grab both of them.
Give that roll again and bring Apex on down.
A huge party in the hole.
Because I feel like the
No.
music is now associating these like big creatures with grabbing, and like
Yeah.
it's just like mad. Doesn't think that anything wants to like. It's just like I'm gonna kill you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
5 successes.
To grab
That-
Apex.
Yeah,
and-
that does it because he's not trying to not be in the
Okay.
hole.
Yeah,
Whereas
So it's like,
Bucky was
He's-
actively trying
He
to.
kind of wants to join already.
Yeah, he's kind of like he
like-
goes.
His body weight is 60% over the hole.
He gets grabbed with the tentacle and he goes,
Oh my god.
and then you pull him down and he lands basically on his face. And then he just stands up and goes, "Ha! Why win this hole?"
Would you say that's disagreeing? I don't think he disagrees with me. I think I just did that for fun.
Yeah. The music's just vibing now.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's just pushing buttons.
yeah, I was just like looking for things to attack. Like, I feel like I just like the music just like looks at like the biggest person in the room, which I guess is Bucky Muffler, right?
Yeah.
And just like, what am I supposed to attack? Like,
Well, you start to hear little scuttling noises coming a little bit closer. And,
like, do I sense anything?
well, your music doesn't have any magic.
No.
So you can only see through the bioluminescence,
Right.
which is it's not super bright.
Yeah. They're like glow in the dark stars.
Yeah.
Is the tunnel like going downhill at all?
Yes, it's going kind of downhill and away from the circus.
I want to go down the slime like a.
You want to slip and slide?
I do want to slip and slide.
Okay. So just go ahead and.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Dave's response is just like.
Okay.
On human bug saliva slip and slide.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Great. This is
so
great.
you look at this bioluminescent goo sliding down into the darkness, and you. Let me ask you a question. Do you shout "wee" as you
Please.
slide down it?
Yes, I would. because
Okay.
That sounds like fun.
So you hear this, you hear it, and as you slide down, you start to hear louder and louder. And then you stop suddenly. And you are surrounded by, once again, it's like you've fallen into almost like a pool of goo. There's something
Hell yeah.
like soft and rough underneath you. You've definitely, and as you feel above you, sort of like a ridged surface above. But there doesn't seem to be any way out. You can no longer see the bioluminescence.
So I'm just like trapped in like a little body of goo.
You're trapped in something. What would anyone else like to do at this point, as you see Liga do that?
I do feel like the music finally understands the situation and says to Bucky Muffler, like, in the music voice that you do. Because that's how I picture it in my head.
You are very strong. Would you like to join me in destroying and spreading chaos in the universe?
Well, I mean, gosh. I mean, I don't. No. I think there's something wrong with you, Aura Edmonston.
Yeah, if he says no, I attack him again.
Okay, all right.
That's the answer I needed. That's fine.
Go ahead and do that roll.
I love the chaos.
And at this point, Aura is like, stop it, stop. So she's
Yeah.
trying to get out.
Yeah, okay.
Like-
so then next turn after this,
Yes,
Aura
she's
will
trying to
roll
get out. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Okay.
And then
So-
it also tells him, like, and you all hear this, it says,
I'm the music of the spheres.
and like, you hear that for the first time.
So you, the music throws this attack out at Bucky Muffler, and this time he reaches to grab it, and as he reaches, the other hand comes out. So it's kind of
Right in the
like
face.
when Sean Strickland fought Alex Pereira.
That's a really good running gag.
he re-
honestly. That's appreciated.
He reached down for the straight, and the left hook got him.
Okay.
and this tentacle jabs him straight in the shoulder and pushes him back into the wall. And he grabs it to stop you pulling it back out again. And he starts to breathe a little ragged. And he looks at Wilhelm and he goes, "At the debate, Wilhelm, you never asked me my real name. The Grey Wall." And he begins to get bigger
The gray
and
wall.
bigger and bigger until he
Tetsuo?
he tears this tentacle out as though it's nothing, and you see the wound begin to heal.
What?
And oh, the huge manatee.
He's a huge manatee.
He's a weremanatee?
Wait,
And then this creature that looks like it probably weighs about 3 tons barrels at what it thinks is Aura Edmonds.
Oh, I wish I controlled my character.
So he now has,
so Bucky knew
he gets a
that.
couple of bonus die now.
Bucky knew I was Apex then.
Yeah, you figured it out.
Yeah. I was going to try to smooth over the whole, like, hey, you've met this guy before, right, Sharkman? But that's not going to happen.
I feel bad that I left everyone.
It's fine.
Well, you're in, like, probably a bug's mouth or something. Who knows?
Okay. So Bucky Muffler does a grapple check on the music.
Okay.
The music is too busy in this moment to really do much about it.
Yeah.
Because instead it decides to try and stop Aura Edmonston
Okay.
from...
The music, no Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Don't think
Well, I
so.
mean, it's got a lot of points in Brawl.
Yeah.
It does.
It doesn't have a speciality. But, so yeah, go ahead and roll your Composure plus Resolve.
As the music or as Aura?
And I'll
Okay.
roll for the music.
Okay.
And I'm going to give it a dice penalty because it already kind of did something this action. It's
Yeah.
distracted.
Okay. I got 2 successes, but I would like to re-roll.
Okay, go ahead and spend a willpower to reroll.
Yeah, I would like to spend a willpower to re-roll because Aura's like really done with this.
It's getting
She's like
intense.
she was like trying to tucker him out the music and
Yeah.
hoping that like, oh, this big thing was gonna like grab it and then she could win. But if the music started winning, which is not what
Yeah.
she wanted. All right. Oh, one more success. So 3 successes.
3 successes.
Yeah.
You got 3 successes. The music got 4.
Oh, cool. That's great.
So you have this argument with it.
Okay.
And so now you be Aura and I'll be the music.
Okay.
And I'll say,
Aura, what are you doing? This creature is attacking us. You need me to protect you.
It's too strong.
Nothing is too strong for me, Aura. I am the music of the spheres.
I understand that, and which is
I am at a cosmic scale.
yeah, I understand. But look how big it is. It's a human manatee.
Can't believe that was the setup.
I say that as well. I can't believe that was the I'm like, no, why? We don't need to do this. If you keep fighting it, I'm going to die, and then you won't be here anymore, and it'll be terrible for you.
so I'm actually imagining that you and the music are having this conversation out loud.
Oh, for sure,
Yeah, as like,
This
and
is good.
the voice is
Yeah.
changing back and
Good
forth.
drama. And our heads are whipping back and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it thinks about basically the music starts to think about its convictions. And it thinks about the things that it needs to do.
Yes, it needs to keep the host
And
alive.
it needs to protect the host. And it goes,
Very well, Aura. But if this creature will harm you, I'll be back.
and then it recedes.
Of course.
And then the music that has kind of been, because when the music is out, you can sort of, other people can hear the
Yeah.
music a little bit. So as the music begins to recede and you hear it once again in your head, Aura,
Yeah.
you are now back in control of your own body. And Bucky Muffler looks at you,
Like, please don't punch me. Please don't punch me.
and he sort of looks at you quizzically. Just goes, all right, guys. Time to tell your old pal Bucky what's going on. And then Apex, who was previously amused by this, stands up, looks at Bucky Muffler, points and goes, mermaid,
Oh no.
and shifts into his shark form.
Because manatees used to be seen as mermaids.
Where are you gonna go?
Yeah, I know, but why
And
go
he-
shark on dry? Okay, anyway.
And then Apex barrels into Bucky Muffler.
No.
Are you saying street shark form or
Street
shark
street
form?
shark form.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not just a
I was
flippy
like, there's
floppy
no,
fish
he's just
boy.
sliding downhill.
So yeah, here's a picture of Bucky Muffler for everyone to look at, done by our wonderful monster artist, Josh Kravik.
Oh my god. He's awesome. I love it.
He's wearing Hulk pants.
Yes. He has to have Hulk pants. That's how you get big.
This was drawn on April 7th, which is how long I've been holding
Jesus
on to the
Christus.
Bucky Muffler.
We've gone a season.
I know
or two.
I
Yeah.
said that Chris Perkins had long setups, but I think that you're getting there.
Yeah, well, I mean, the trick to it is if you edit your own stuff, then you get to look at it over and over again and go, I bet I can fuck with them with this.
Did you?
True.
Was the origin of the inspiration just the huge manatee?
Yeah.
Fuck you. God.
Yeah. That's where the whole character of Bucky Muffler came from.
Wow.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, Aura, you're back in control, and you
Yes.
kind of fall to the ground as Apex and Bucky start to fight.
Right.
It's clear that Bucky's method of fighting is just that he's incredibly hard to hurt.
Okay. That's fine.
But Apex is kind of biting and clawing at him, and he's just holding him off, essentially. He just occasionally throws him away and makes distance.
I would love to. Oh my god. I'm just like, how do I even deal with this?
Well, I'll go to Liga while you guys think of that. You
Yeah.
start to hear this, and then you're looking back up at you're looking back up at the tunnel which you just slid down, and then you see it disappear as the mouth that you're in closes,
God.
Oh, okay.
and you feel this. You start getting undulated around by the
Oh.
tongue underneath you, and you realize that you are being gummed.
Oh, I hate
Okay.
this.
You feel this kind of, you're being softly, these sort of soft gums are just squishing into you. And it actually hurts pretty badly. You're glad there's not teeth there, or this would be the end of Liga and I would have to commission new character art. But you feel it just sort of almost curiously sort of gumming you. That's better, right?
It's like gumming a pie. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna grab my knife and just kind of stab the gums with
Okay.
my knife. Like I don't think a centipede has gums, but whatever. Not that I know.
This one does.
But yeah, I'm just gonna like stab the gums.
Okay, so you stab the gums and you hear this. Immediately the mouth opens. And you just hear them like, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" And the mouth opens and then it starts to, because you're still in the mouth, it begins to scuttle up the burrow back the way that you came. And the two of you who are up here, witnessing the were shark, were manatee fight,
There's a lot going on, honestly. It's overstimulating.
you turn around and it's coming out of this burrow, screaming intensely. You see, first comes out a little fat arm, and then another little fat arm
I knew it was going to be a little bit.
pulls out,
them.
I know it was.
pulls out of the hole,
It's because I hate it. It's
and the
disgusting.
head of a cute, sweet little newborn baby,
Human.
I hate babies. That's good.
human baby,
My-
pulls out of the hole, followed by its dozens of tiny, sharp claws.
Oh, God.
And as you witness this creature coming at you, we will burden our souls with the secrets of the baby centipede. Next time on Mage of Sail. Thank you very much for watching. We're going to be back in 2 weeks' time with another episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe, because if you do that, then it shows the show to more people, and then they can also watch it. And if you're really enjoying the show, do consider subscribing to us on Patreon, because that's how we keep the show running. And you'll get access to art, music, and early access to episodes. It's really great, but mainly everyone seems to just want to support the show, which is the nicest thing about it. I will see you next time on Mage of Sail. Goodbye.
A wizard's life for me. We sailed the mighty ocean to find the traitor sea. Bones, bones, bones. A wizard's life for me. We found the isles unconquered, as they should ever be. Bones, bones, bones. A wizard's life for me. We sailed the mighty ocean to find the traitor sea. Bones, bones, bones. A wizard's life for me. We found the isles unconquered, as they should ever be.